Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Let's Play Fallout Nevada. We're in Uranium City, and we're basically just trying to explore it first. We've got two Chinese people here. I'm assuming they are from the Chinese submarine that crashed in San Francisco, although, of course, that might not be the case. That's just a thing in Fallout 2. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that was after the war, so the submarine is probably still there, but of course, you know, there's not only Chinese from the submarine there. Juan and Marilyn. Let's talk to Marilyn first. As you enter the salon, you encounter the stern gaze of a pretty woman. Oh, a new man in Uranium City? Great. I hope you're not going to start bar fights or drag uranium ore in here. And yes, clean your boots before you come in so you get less dirt in. And no guns. And that's just part of the rules. If you don't like it, stay outside. I will keep in mind your rules. I told you, no weapons. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Remove the weapon. Okay then, so what can I help you with? You have quite a company around here. Oh yeah, a lousy Indian, a paranoid ghoul, poor Chinese bandits, and some arrogant asshole from the south. But I'm used to it by now. I guess that's the fate of all small mining towns. A lot of people flock here from all over the region to work, and obviously they don't want to give society anything but their own mercantile interests. But those who stay, at least, can agree with each other. Already an achievement, isn't it? Tell me about the arrogant asshole. Louis Birch? He's... how can I put it? He's quite a character. I don't know how they live in the South, but he just won't shut up. You won't find such self-righteousness and, such self-righteous and arrogant jerks anywhere, but he could be useful in other circumstances. What about the paranoid ghoul? Nelson. He's a local. Nobody knows his past, and I doubt it was any good. Otherwise, he wouldn't be saying all this crazy shit all the time. What about the poor Chinese? Who is that? A family of farmers. They came from San Francisco a couple of years ago, and they're doing just fine here. They're very hard-working people. One thing I don't understand is why the hell they left the big city. You should ask them yourself. I would like to know more about the bandits. Well, you can count them on your fingers. Tony is a typical guy with puberty problems. He's sick and can't seem to get well. Kelly is a good shot, but it feels like his soul is just empty. Juan is a guy so brutal that sometimes you want to kick him in the balls. That's all. Not that they're real thugs, but if this keeps up, they're going to have to earn their bread the dishonest way. About the sick one. This brat thinks he's going to get in my pants eventually, and of course that's not going to happen, but perhaps I've been too hard on him. Given his illness, yeah, it wasn't very nice. Okay. Nice arsenal you have in that closet there. Yeah, Uranium City has seen many cowboys that chase wealth. And when that time comes to pay the dues, many have nothing but a gun on them. That's where this collection comes from. Not the best choice, but at least we always have something to protect ourselves from nasty visitors. Not a bad... Wait, what did I just click? Tell me more about... I want to buy this... I want to buy this collection. Not a bad idea. In the past, we had no problem disposing of the arsenal. We took the best ones with a caravan to Reno. The rest were picked up by miners with payment, but now there's none of that. So you know what? She thoughtfully scratches her ear. I will sell everything for $1,500. Too expensive. For this junk I will pay $300 tops. Is that so? That won't even cover the damages the previous owner caused. $1,500 is almost a gift. No deal. Okay, let's talk about something else. I don't even know what it is. What kind of arsenal? Would you mind to talk about the settlement? No big crowds of customers or tourists, which is damn great. Where do I start? Is there something to do around here to have fun? No. Nothing at all? No slot machines, no shooting, no... I don't understand. Are you fooling around or trying to make an impression? Okay, never mind. Look, this is a working settlement. People came here to mine ore, and many of them died because they were greedy or stupid. And now you come here and ask if there's anything to do for fun. I suppose you've had a much better luck in life. Well, I do have 10 luck. Great, how about I find something to entertain myself? Now hold it right there. No fighting or shooting in my establishment. This is a decent venue. Anybody who doesn't agree with that, I'll throw out myself. Go fight somewhere else. You? Throw me outside? Ah, be careful not to hurt yourself, little girl. No, fine, forget it. How did it all start here? From Mr. Wright and his sons. He decided to revive the city's power plant in New Reno and send his sons to the mines. They liked Uranium City because there was at least some, albeit rudimentary, technical equipment. Then a guild of miners was formed. At first the main workforce were slaves, but it turned out to be more expensive than hiring workers. That's how we lived for more than a year, and lived well. Tell me about the neighborhood. You can say we're on the edge of the civilization, and honestly speaking, I like it. In the best case scenario, a caravan from Hub will pass through, but mostly we're cut off. Everyone tries to get to New Reno or away from it. What about the mine? We have one mine here. It's from before the war. We had been mining uranium ore for Mr. Wright in New Reno for over a year when those mutants came and destroyed everything. As a result, the settlement is mostly abandoned. The ore hasn't been processed, and we're trying to do something more profitable. Farming, for example. I can already see. We can probably establish this uranium mine once again and send it to Gecko when we clear that out. Oh yeah, we could clear that place out probably. And start up the Gecko power plant. But does this mean that there's a nuclear power plant in New Reno? What the heck? What is that building across the street? The office of the Miners Guild. It's locked, it's dark, and there are rats inside. There's nothing to do there. It used to be the busiest place in Uranium City, not counting the mine. Now the people are gone and no one goes there. I don't get one thing. How people worked here under constant radiation? Good question. Nelson sometimes even glowed at night after the mine. You could save money on electricity with him. Is the mine really that radioactive? Well, not as much as you might think. There's no purified uranium, just ore. The real radiation was where the ore was processed, and yet it's a sore point for Uranium City. When everything was under Wright, slaves and free laborers worked here. They were prone to casualties. After all, being irradiated, one could still work for more than a year until the disease took its toll. And in that time, one could gather enough to feed one's family, or live one's short life bright and interesting. That's not so bad these days. Bright and interesting? Oh, so much happened here, but it's all in the past now when the settlement was full of people. And how did they manage to keep the radiation sickness at bay for so long? Well, the guild wasn't stupid, you know. They had a schedule and rules. You had to work in rubber gloves and boots, wear a mask, take off all the metal before you came in, and of course there were working hours standards. And those who were ready to sacrifice their health for money were responsible for the result. The typical schedule was 14 hours, then everyone went to my bar for a drink. The rot gut was flowing in rivers. Wow, 14 hours in a mine. Right. Strange. That's what the stranger from the south asked me. He's in his room, I think. Talk to him if you're interested. Great, at least I know a little more. Enough about the town. Do you have anything to eat? We need to discuss the current situation. Yeah, do you have anything to eat? I only can offer meat and rot gut. I keep clean water for myself, sorry. Let's see what she has to trade. Yeah, exactly nothing. She doesn't even have money. That's the current situation. I'm listening. What really happened here? People began to disappear in the mines, and soon we found deep ditches in the ground and remnants of clothing. There's rumors of carnivorous worms began to spread, but only a few, like Nelson, assured us that they had actually seen them. That's it? Then the workers scattered. They didn't so much believe in mutants as they thought it was the guild's way of getting rid of workers to cut costs. Even when the miners became scarce, Wright went ballistic. Everyone scattered. No one came back. The rumors did the rest. Right. Now tell me about something else. I'm listening. What must be done to restore the place? Oh, it's not going to be easy. First, we have to get rid of the monsters, whoever they are. Second, we need to determine the ownership of the mine. Third, we have to get at least some of the workforce back. It's all complicated. Complication doesn't scare me. I'll deal with it. Really? That's great. I don't know what you have in mind, but the mine needs a lot of work, believe me. I'll manage it somehow. Now let's make something more clear. Who should I talk to about the monsters? Nelson tracks them down for a long time. If anyone knows something about them, then that's the man. I've heard that there are 3 monsters, and they navigate by sound. Oh man, is it Graboids? That's not all that interests me. English is kind of getting worse in this place. What is the problem with the mine ownership? I heard that Wright went bankrupt because of the problems with the mine. He can't even hire a caravan to our city. It raises the question how he'll manage the production. Now, Nelson, even being a strange fella, at least knows the mine like the back of his hand. Wright decided to get rid of him and he's began to have less problems. Only that didn't help him. What kind of workers do we need to bring back to get started? Holy shit, yeah, English is getting worse by the question. Joseph is one of the most adequate administrators of the guild. He's the only one who can organize production, not let it slip away. The difficulty is that no one can find him after the trouble with the mine. He seems to be hiding from Mr. Wright, or maybe he has already been found by him. The others? Carl, the operator of refinement ore machine. Some said that he went to Reno. His family is somewhere in the slums. It seems to me that his wife doesn't want him to come back here. Oh yeah, I remember Carl. The others? Michael, a guild supplier. He too decided to go back to Reno to give apologies to Wright. I don't know what happened to him. Alright, why don't you move to Reno or somewhere else, somewhere better? Everyone says that. If it's bad here, then we should get out of here to where it's better. But this is my home. And you know what? If it smells bad here, I should just clean the shit up. Okay. That's enough. Alright. Yeah, see you. Alright, there's quite a lot of stuff to do here. There's a kid here. So this is the angry guy. Scratching his long unshaved chin with a hairy hand. You'll call me Juan. I don't give a shit what do you think about it? I swear, I said English is getting worse, right? If you want to argue, I'm always at your service. I see you're a skilled debater. Examines his thick palms. These hands handle so many arguments that yours will be a piece of cake. He folds his arms and looks at you dismissively and sharply. Don't believe me? You have a right not to. It's never too late for some proof. Good, I accept your challenge. Where it will be more convenient to beat up your face. I do not want anyone to prove anything to me right now. Let's just talk. If you want to say something, don't mumble. Speak loud and clear. We don't like windbags here. Seems like this guy's very scared. I recall you wanted to argue who's stronger. Who are you? You're hard in hearing? Juan, I told you already. I worked at the mine until it closed. I could still work now, but there's no one to pay me. How'd you end up here? I came from Vegas right after they stopped giving me jobs. They said I have a bad temper. Ha! For real? They should regret that they got rid of me. How do you feel about Nelson? Great fella. I immediately loved him as a brother. Just try to touch him and you're dead, hear me? And then, who else but him can organize everything here? Okay, that was weird. That didn't make any sense. Enough chatter. So can I see what's in the file? Well, won't even ask permission, will you? Well, I wanted to see what's in there. Regular closet setup to store firearms. Well, I'm not gonna pay 1,500 if I don't even know what the heck's in there. The thing is, I think our speech is too low to lower the price. 300 bucks for that would be great. Hello. Okay. So this guy, right? Birch. Let's talk to Birch then. Before you is a pretentiously looking man. Pretentiously looking. Well, it could be pretentious looking man then with a straight broom-like posture. Wait a minute. I already paid for this barn and do not want to pay extra for some questionable bonuses. You can tell this to Marilyn. And would you bring some warm water to me already? I want to wash my feet. What are you talking about? Oh, I thought you, like that snotty brat, came to promote her meat salads. The name's Louis Birch, and I arrived here recently. Although, never mind. Relax, I just want to ask some questions, as you're luckily not busy. Questions? Apparently the only thing you can do in this shithole is chat. Why not? If people ask me for advice, that that means something. Did you say something? Why don't we talk about you? About me? Oh, I can talk about me for hours. Who are you? Louis Birch, but my position will hardly tell you something. Let's just say that I'm in some ways a scientist, researcher, and inventor. You're not local? And where did you come from? How perceptive. I'm from the south, from the city called The Hub. It's quite far from here, and I don't want to talk about that region. Though I must say the trip was horrible. No comfort, no logistics. Hardy's caravan was walking sideways, mostly in dry places, right under the sun. After such experience, you start to appreciate simple pleasures like a hot bath and a glass of cold Brahmin milk. Yeah, so I don't recommend travel in that direction. Who's Hardy? Indifferently waves his hand. Some not-so-witty Hub caravaneer. He's the only one who trades between Reno and Hub. If I were you, I would have stopped doing that a long time ago, but that... what this ghoul has in mind is a complicated question. What? If I were him, not you. That didn't make sense to me. But now it does. What brought you here? Well, let's just say my mission is to simply gather information about this godforsaken place. We've heard rumors of the still-running local uranium mine, so I was assigned to examine the situation, but what I see here is very depressing. The only option left for me is to return back, full of bewilderment and disappointment. What kind of organization do you represent? The Union of Atomic Workers? Oh, it's rather an old company. We're not what we were in the past, I admit, but we're still in the lead. We're still in the lead in the hub. What the frick? Like they're part of the leadership? Wait, you don't even know that? Unsurprising. What does your organization do? Well, let's say without exaggeration and embellishment, basically we're trying to revive the world. At least in the form which we once knew it, with trading, economy, manufacturing, and all that is necessary for normal life of society. But all of this is limited to Hub so far. Let's change the subject. I want to know about your opinion on the settlement. Uranium City? Perhaps some time ago it was a city, but now only uranium is left, unrefined even. You know anything about the history of this settlement? Good question. After all, I'm here for exactly that, for gathering information. And here's what I know. It's a pre-war settlement. Here the ore was mined, put through the simple refining, and then exported to other places for further processing and usage. Actually, the ore deposits are rather small, so it's no surprise that locals that lived here in conditions more than slaves, they didn't even have carts for one transportation, not to mention benches. Where did he go? The only ore processor is in the hangar near the mine, and it was terribly outdated even before the war. All of it lied meaningless since 2077, until some important person from New Reno decided to try extracting ore from the city's power station. It was then that slaves began to be brought here, and a flood of people poured in search of easy earnings. Silly folks. I must say, most of them stayed here forever. Well, you know what I mean. Now, here's only silence. There's only silence that remains. Why, you'd ask? And I know the answer. Because, according to local rumors, some kind of mutant creatures appearing out of the ground settled near the mine. My god, what a load of crap. I'll say how it actually is. The local workers became tired of inhuman working conditions and fled to other towns. Someone should kick the Reno's gangster's ass for his poorly organized work. You know anything about the mine? There are several small mines in the district. Most of that were milked out dry before the war. In fact, the ore deposits are not so big at all. That mine tunnel near the village leads straight to the still not depleted vein of rough uranite. When it is completely depleted, there will be nothing left to do here, so this settlement will eventually die out. If not now, then 10 years later, that's for sure. History? Oh yeah, okay, that was the history. How did the locals manage to work here if the ore from the mine is radioactive? I asked myself the same question, and I have a few suggestions. Want to listen? Yes, please. First is because of local guilds' work regulations. Seems like people were smart enough to take into account the effects of radiation exposure. Anyway, the local equipment was not enough for everyone. Second, a cynical administration. Members of the guilds themselves never even came close to the ore. They only supervised the process, but they exploited the staff ruthlessly. Whoever did overtime was awarded with a percentage bonus. The more you work, the more you get paid per hour. Brilliant. How better to motivate employees in a situation like this? Of course, because of that, many ignore the regulations and worked in the mine for 14 hours a day. And when such stupid workaholic, greedy for money, dies from exposure, he is then burned in an incinerator and his earned money split in the office. Brilliant. But this does not explain why some worked here for a long time and didn't get radiation sickness. Frowns and displeasure. Yes, there were quite a few of them. I'm not counting Nelson. He's obviously different. I suspect that this is somehow related to the local ration. Local ration? What? You mean radiation? I haven't yet studied this question. I have one. Marilyn said miners were consuming a lot of alcohol. Ha! This is the same kind of anti-scientific heresy as the belief that Brahmin were once one-headed. Nonsense. Alcohol is not a cure. We have already tested it at the hub. The local brew did show some effect, but it was too weak. To use a rotgut as a medicine against radiation sickness? Don't make this scientist laugh. About radiation sickness of the locals. Enough of this crap. Tell me straight. You don't know shit about chemistry. How curious. Could you find out what exactly? You seem to be a man of science. Well, I'm one of the top scientists in the hub, and one of the few, of course. But chemistry, especially organic chemistry, is not my profile. Still, I would love to hear someone's hypothesis. But you don't have any, do you? I'll have to find out more about this. Does this town have a future? I'm sure it doesn't. When the local mine is completely drained, no one's gonna care for the local ruins. However, before the war, it could still have a chance to be some kind of an open-air mining museum. But now there's no one to attract. Let's change this subject. Have you thought about getting the mine under your lead? Manage the mine from the hub? Well, to tell you the truth, this would be perfect, if not for the local problems. We don't want to deal with a former owner, local mutants, and these rude workers. You want everything nice and ready? Couldn't you lift a finger just to make sure you don't miss an opportunity? I've said everything already. Okay. This pistol, it's an energy weapon, right? Grins joyfully. A noticeable thing, isn't it? Even not so much noticeable is intimidating to those who know what it is. The Glock 86 plasma pistol is no joke. How interesting. Would you teach me how to use it? On one hand, our union is all for the principle of democracy and the information sharing. On the other, I have no desire to spread such knowledge all over the wasteland, so let's put it this way. For a small favor, I can teach you the basics of such weapons, but nothing more than that. Okay, so energy weapons skill, good. One good turn deserves another? That's fair. Don't take me for a barbarian, but I haven't had a bath in quite a long time. The woman behind the bar who runs the place doesn't give me enough water. I don't ask for much, only around 30 pounds to fill the wash bowl. Pounds? Do they measure water in pounds? Isn't it like flosses? Fluid ounces? I don't know, it made sense. Be so kind, provide me with water and then we'll discuss what to do next. Okay. So yeah, I do apologize about, me stumbling over words and such, but, obviously I make mistakes as well, but this place just has so many grammatical and other oddities in the translation. Most of the other parts of the game were quite good, but this place is kind of bad in translation. I'm not really complaining, I'm just pointing it out. We need to discuss the... What, so... I can't talk to her about the water? Did I miss it? Hello. Let me double check. You have a company, nice arsenal. Would you like to talk about the settlement? Do you have anything to eat? We need to discuss it. Okay. So let's see. Company. I would like to know more about the bandits. So arrogant asshole. Lewis Birch. Okay. Current situation. No. Well, I will gladly do that for some energy weapons training, though. That's nice. Kelly. Yeah? I'm gonna finish off the mutants in the mine. Are you with me? I'm just wondering how someone like you ended up in this place. Almost by accident. I had to find a quiet place for living, but this is none of your concern. You're good with rifles? Oh, yeah. Alright. I'm going to finish all the mutants in the mine. Do you really know what to do? I'm not sure I should help you. Maybe you can advise me something in terms of weapons to fight mutants? If you're not good with a gun, stay away from the mine. Worms are a serious threat. You can't take them down with a single bullet. Ask Marilyn for access to the arsenal, Nelson for dynamite, or just crack the damn safe in that office. Oh yeah, Nelson should have some ammo left. Marilyn has an arsenal? The cabinet in the bar, easy to see. Only she wouldn't give it away all away just like that. However, there's nothing really powerful. Nelson holds dynamite in reserve. Yeah, the mine is a room where Nelson pulled the last stocks of dynamite. Very little of that left. He carries the key to the doors with him on his neck, so you have to negotiate somehow. What safe are you talking about? Safe in the guild's building. We've had our eyes on it for a long time, but who would open it? The irony is that everyone who knows about the contents, everyone knows about it. The owner died safely in the mine when the mutants first appeared. Safely? He didn't yet know what had happened underground. Thought it was another drunken prank by the workers, so he left the submachine gun and ammo in the safe and went downstairs. That was it. Can you tell me about the ammo? I saw Nelson making ammo when he still had a sawed-off shotgun. Surely he hid them somewhere at home. If I had the skills and the bench, I could make coin-shot ammo for a shotgun. Just what you need for shooting worms. Alright, so let's see. We've already tried the safe in here, and we're no match for it. So let's talk to Nelson about the key in every 10. And also let's save. What do you want? I want to hunt the mutants. I wouldn't mind a few more guns for the fight. Funny idea. The only one that has a decent firepower here is Kelly. Talk to him, perhaps. He'll agree to go with you. How about something stronger? I'm sure you have some dynamite for mining purposes. In the mine, there's a stronger... What? Oh, there's a storage with dynamite, and I have the key for it. But I myself won't go there. If someone brings it here, then I could make a dynamite pack, but... Give me the key, I'll get the dynamite. Not so fast, monster. I spent the best years of my life in this mine, and you want to blow it all up? I don't want to dig it back afterwards. The most important, there is not so much dynamite left. This is the last supply. What can you say about that? Yes, it's a risk, but understand while mutants are here, you have nothing to be so concerned about anyway. Once you're dynamite, if even you are afraid to go get it, at least we have a chance. Fine, I believe you. Here's the key, and be careful. There, bring me the dynamite sticks, I'll assemble them to be sure, and the results, you can never know. Yeah, that's, English is getting pretty bad, apparently. Mine included. Alright, so it seems like that's most of the buildings here. Let's check this place. I have no idea if we're at the right level to actually fight these graboids. I'm just gonna call them graboids. Alright, so this is gonna be the mine. Pole. You see a pole hammered into the ground. You have a feeling that it's not just decoration. Let's save. Oh. That's already an entrance into the mine. Maybe... What was that? What? What the heck was that? What? Is it this machine making the sounds? Oh no! Oh, no, yeah, there you go. It's my... Oh, I see. It was my Geiger counter. Ah. Alright, I get it. Alright, let's reload, because I didn't know what the heck that was all about. Alright. Well, we don't have any more red X. Okay. So they move... They navigate by sound, it said. Radiation sign, dangerous radiation. Well, it's not going... Oh, hello. Oh, I love it. Oh, didn't actually kill it. Okay. Still not dead. Really? He had enough to attack me one more time? These things aren't so, yeah. These are one of the ones we need, right? For the stuff. I wonder why they're still playing the same music here. Pig rats. Yeah, pig rats. We got coyotes already, and here's the pig rats, and now we just need the others. Geckos. Those will be easy to find. There we go. You got a sample of blood. Bring it to Dr. Wilmoth for experiments. Yeah, I gotta be careful with using the hunting rifle because, well, ammunition. So this is all there is to the mine. Is there? Where are those worms? So we do have a key for this, right? There we go. Hey, pig rat. Ah. Yeah, let's just go for the eyes. Oh, of course you missed. Ow. Ow. Nice. Great rat catcher? Yes, it is. That's an instant kill. Not really good to be losing that much health, considering we still need to fight the big boys. Ah, frig. Okay, well, ignore the rod gun. How much are these? They're not that heavy. There we go. Can take all but one. Oh, it seems like it stays blue if there's still stuff in it. Maybe. I thought we were actually gonna fight the worms. Uh-oh. Okay. I thought it was gonna be a thing. Oh, come on. You've got to be kidding me. There you go. Dead body. Looks like this person died very painfully. Oh, what was that? Nelson's damaged weapon. Well, of course, we're at maximum capacity, so that's great. Let's eat the giblets. Oh, good. We're actually poisoned now. Brilliant. Yum. Let's also eat some of the other food, even though it does add to the radiation. Some of that, and some of that. Nom nom nom. Is that enough? It is. Nelson's damaged weapon. This pump shotgun was badly damaged. It will take a lot of work to restore it to working condition. It's 6 pounds. So, cave-in. A large amount of rock, far more than could ever be moved easily. So I'm assuming if we blow this up, we can actually go further into the mine? I don't know. I was hoping to avoid having to actually use dynamite, but yeah, maybe that's not going to be possible. We had a potion. Well, there's no repair benches around here as far as I know, right? What do you want? I want to hide in the mutants. I wouldn't mind a few more guns for the fight. Well, anyway, we're going to continue this next time, so thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my patrons, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.